Samantha Lewthwaite was once known as a shy, quiet girl from a small English town, but behind the ordinary facade lay the making of one of the world's most wanted women. Dubbed the White Widow by the media, her name became synonymous with mystery, betrayal, and terror. Today we unravel the rise of Samantha Lewthwaite and the dark path that led her from suburbia to international infamy. Join me as I look into the case of the White Widow here on Corras Investigation. Lewthwaite was born in 1983 in Banbridge, County Down, to Andrew and Elizabeth Christian Lewthwaite. Her father, a former British Army soldier from the 9th and 12th Royal Lanciers, met her mother while stationed in Northern Ireland during the 1970s. After a short time in Northern Ireland, her family moved to Aylesbury, England, where Lewthwaite attended Elmhurst Middle School and Garage Secondary School. She studied politics and religion at University of London but dropped out. Lewthwaite's parents separated in 1994, which deeply affected her. Seeking comfort, she turned to Muslim neighbors for their strong family support. Raised as a Christian, she converted to Islam at 17 and took the name Sarafia. She met Jermaine Lindsay online and they decided to meet at a Stop the War march in London. They married on October 30th, 2002, using Islamic names, but her parents did not attend the ceremony. The 7/7 bomb attacks. On July 7th, 2005 at 8:50 a.m., Jermaine Lindsay carried out a suicide bombing on a train between King's Cross and Russell Square, killing 26 people. His wife Samantha Lewthwaite was pregnant with a second child and had a 14-month-old son at the time. She reported him missing 6 days after the bombing by calling a helpline for victims' families. Lewthwaite condemned the actions, expressing shock and stating she never knew of her husband's involvement. She described him as a loving husband and a father, and mentioned that her life had been shattered. After an attempt to burn her home, she was placed in protective custody. The inquest revealed that she had previously associated with Mohammed Sadiq Khan, the leader of the bombers. The infamous Sun article. In September 2005, Lewthwaite faced backlash for selling her story to The Sun for £30,000, where she depicted herself as a victim and her husband as someone misled by extremists. The Independent noted that her account contradicted evidence from her husband's sister, who stated he converted to Islam at age 15. Families of the bombing victims were not convinced by the betrayal and criticized her for shifting blame. The Yorkshire Post highlighted, while selling her story is not illegal, it goes against moral intent of laws preventing criminals from profiting from their actions. The post-7/7 drama. The Daily Telegraph reported in September 2013 that Lewthwaite was believed to have met and married Habib Saleh Ghani, also known as Abu Usma al-Pakistani. Ghani, born in 1985 in Hounslow, London, moved to Kenya in 2007. He was previously connected to Asif Mohammed Hanif, who committed suicide in a bar in Tel Aviv in 2003. Lewthwaite had a third child in 2009 without listing the father on the birth certificate. She reportedly moved to Northern Ireland but later vanished with her children and was thought to be hiding in Tanzania or Somalia. A later report from the Telegraph questioned her marriage to Ghani, stating that there was no romantic relationship and claiming they were connected through associates planning bomb attacks. In May 2014, the Daily Mirror reported that Lewthwaite had married her son Malhim Ibrahim, a commander of the Al-Shabaab group. The alleged links to Al-Shabaab. First, the fake passport. In February 2012, anti-terrorist police in Nairobi, Kenya issued an arrest warrant for a white woman using false name Natalie Faye Webb, who was known to have a fake South African passport. The woman was identified as Samantha Lewthwaite and was believed to be linked to Al-Shabaab terrorist cell planning attacks in Kenya as revenge for anti-terrorism operations in Somalia. The police noted that the photograph on the passport resembled Lewthwaite very closely. Authorities indicated that Lewthwaite was not a minor suspect but was involved with several British individuals connected to the terrorist plans against Kenya. She had entered Kenya in November 2011 using false passport and joined a the terrorist group in Mombasa. The real Natalie Webb was an English nurse who had been the victim of identity theft. A large team of detectives from the Metropolitan Police Centre Terrorism Command was sent to Nairobi to assist in the investigation. The police stated that they could not confirm the identity of the woman as Lewthwaite until she was captured. Mentioning that she was not with her 3 children and had connections to the terrorist group, Lewthwaite's father expressed disbelief that she would engage in such activities with her children, noting a lack of recent contact. He expressed uncertainty about her whereabouts and mentioned that she had many friends but little connection with her family. Kenyan government spokesperson Alfred Mutua claimed that Lewthwaite collaborated with the terrorists and aided them in fundraising and logistics, though she was not believed to carry out attacks herself. Investigations revealed that movements into Kenya from Tanzania with surveillance initiated after she moved into Mombasa apartment to the deceased terrorist financier. And now we get to my good old country, South Africa, more specifically, Johannesburg. In 2013, Nalendi Pandor, the South African Minister of Home Affairs, announced that Lewthwaite's passport was fraudulently acquired using birth documents for Natalie Faye Webb and issued in Durban. It was found that Lewthwaite entered South Africa in July 2008 and travelled in and out multiple times. Her passport was cancelled and put on a stop list in 2011. Investigators showed that under Natalie Webb identity, Lewthwaite worked as an IT specialist at a halal meat factory in Johannesburg and lived in rented houses in Mayfair and Bromhof. She accumulated unpaid debts, including 28,000 Rand to First Rand Bank and 30,000 Rand to Standard Bank. In July 2010, Lewthwaite gave birth to a daughter at a private clinic in Johannesburg, registering late under the name Amasa Shahida Brint Andrews. The child's father is believed to be Abdi Wahid, a former Kenyan naval officer linked to Al-Shabaab. The arrest of Jermaine Grant. In December 2011, Kenyan police arrested Jermaine Grant in Mombasa while he was using a fake Canadian passport. He faced charges for having bomb-making materials and for preparing to commit a crime. In January 2012, police attempted to raid the apartment of a woman named Natalie Webb, who had already left. Police believed that the terror group was planning to have attacks on hotels and tourists during Christmas of 2011. Grant identified the woman as Samantha Lewthwaite, the group's leader. Grant was already known to police after being arrested in a refugee camp in 2008, where he was trying to get to Somalia disguised as a woman. He and 2 other men were freed by Al-Shabaab fighters shortly after the arrest. One of the men is thought to be Saleh al-Saleh Nabhan, who was later killed in a US military operation. Lewthwaite was linked to the group at the time. The identity. In March 2012, it was revealed that the CIA joined the search for Samantha Lewthwaite, who had fled with Habib Saleh Ghani. They were identified from photos for having rented a place near the Mombasa Serena Beach Hotel and Sarova White Sands Beach Resort, which police believed they were planning to target. Ghani was using a fake Mozambique passport under the name Marco Costa and claimed Lewthwaite was his wife. The neighbor reported that she was secretive, frequently visiting the mosque, and did not allow her children to attend school. During a police search of the property, they discovered a laptop, AK-47 magazines, 100 rounds of ammunition, detonators, a photograph of Lewthwaite. Though initial reports indicated that the laptop was damaged and missing its hard drive, later reports contradicted this. The police stated that they were certain that the woman they sought was Lewthwaite and emphasized the seriousness of the manhunt, issuing a photograph to border posts. Fingerprint evidence collected in Mombasa matched Lewthwaite, confirming suspicions. British Foreign Office warned of potential terrorist attacks in Kenya, affecting local institutions and places frequented by foreigners, including hotels and beaches. Ghani was reportedly killed in Somalia in September 2013 due to an internal conflict among jihadists. In October 2013, reports surfaced that the contents of the laptop was recovered by Kenyan police. An investigation suggests that she researched bomb making and beauty tips. The 2000 files included a document titled The Mujahideen Explosives Handbook and a poem allegedly written by Lewthwaite honoring Osama bin Laden. A warrant for arrest. On January 4th, 2012, Kenyan authorities issued an arrest warrant for Samantha Lewthwaite. She faced charges of having bomb-making materials and planning to create an explosive device to harm others. These charges were made public in May 2012 when Jacob Ondari announced her charges in absentia. Kenyan police revealed that when Grant was arrested in December 2011, a planned attack was imminent, targeting either a hotel in Mombasa or a shopping mall in Nairobi. Grant identified Lewthwaite as a key financier. In March 2012, Interpol issued an international alert for her arrest. In April 2019, Grant was convicted for possession of bomb-making materials but was acquitted of conspiracy to commit a terrorist act. Mombasa grenade attack. In July 2012, Samantha Lewthwaite was named as a suspect in a grenade attack on the Jericho bar in Mombasa that occurred on June 24, 2012, during a Euro 2012 football match. Kenyan police reported that a woman resembling her was seen near the bar before the attack, which killed 3 people and injured 25. Westgate Shopping Mall attack. Lewthwaite's name was linked to the September 2013 attack by Al-Shabaab on the Westgate Shopping Mall in Nairobi, which resulted in 71 deaths and around 200 injuries. UK government officials approached media reports with caution, and there was no confirmation of Lewthwaite being an attacker, organizer, or fundraiser. Al-Shabaab stated that no woman took part in the attack, asserting that they had enough committed young men for such operations. On October the 5th, Kenyan authorities identified 4 attackers killed in a standoff, confirming Lewthwaite was not involved. Lamu. In June 2014, the BBC reported that security sources had information suggesting that Lewthwaite was in Kenya, prompting a large search operation. Reports claimed that the unidentified woman believed to be Lewthwaite was seen with armed Kenyan police in Lamu, heading to a Kenyan army base in Somalia. She reportedly vanished when immigration officials denied her entry. Lamu Police Commander Leonardo Omolo denied these claims, stating that the woman was a Spanish tourist who went home. Her last known location. By February 2012, her uncle believed that she was dead, while 2 security analysts, like previously mentioned, suggested that she was likely sheltered in Somalia or Tanzania. And so concludes the case of the White Widow, Samantha Lewthwaite, one of the most wanted terrorists that is still not found to this day. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody for joining. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm going to get a new phone, so hopefully I can upload to Shorts, TikTok, and my regular videos on YouTube. So yeah. But yeah, thank you so much to everybody for joining. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Peace and cheers.